I am now here in the office, hanging out. Feel pretty good.
So I'm gonna observe the warm-up, make sure you're understanding. If I see you make multiple mistakes, then I'll step in, but I'll let you do your thing at the beginning of it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started.
How long is this part?
This test itself is about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay?
You are ready to start.
Okay. 2, 9.
3629.
8, 3, 9, 4, 6.
83946.
5, 1, 7.
4 9 2 6.
Okay, next one. 8, 1, 6, 4, 9, 7. To the house.
Look at the picture and point to the house.
Paint the house and car light blue.
Paint the house and car light blue.
Write a short but very scary story.
Write a short but very scary story. All right, y'all, so I just did my first little review right now. Well, not my first review, but I just did my first testing, if you will, and it was cool. They did 45 minutes worth of testing on me, and they were having me add up colors and numbers and stuff like that on a computer screen. It was boring as hell, I can't lie. I was super tired, only got like 5 hours of sleep last night. But they're giving me a 15-minute break. And then I guess after this break, I'm gonna come back and they're gonna do an auditory test on me. And then after the auditory test, they're gonna put the head thing on me, and I'm gonna do about 40 plus minutes of that. So yeah, we here, and I'm gonna let you guys know how the rest of it goes, for sure.
More than welcome to do that. All right. So I'm gonna place this on your head. I'm gonna place the front on your forehead. I'm gonna have you just hold on the forehead real quick with one hand while I pull the cap back. Okay. Ready? You can let go now. I'm just gonna make sure that these are aligned with your forehead. There you go.
It's the wave cap.
It's gonna be a little snug.
Like crashed on me.
Completely still and refrain from speaking. This will only take a few minutes. Your assessment is starting now. Sit still with your eyes open.
Go ahead and pull the front once more for me, please. There we go. Better fit. You can let go now.
That's it looked like a swimmer.
Go deep sea diving in this mental.
Swimming the Olympics.
Swimming the electrodes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put the chin strap on as well for this miscarriage.
So is EEG like a common practice, like for, I guess doctors across the board, or do you kind of got to go to a specialist to, do these types of things?
Normally there are specialists, but it depends, because what we do is acute EEG, and Dr. Shiman can explain to you what the difference is compared to an EEG. Because there is a definition to that Q in front of it. It is a very, very big word, but there is a difference. There are certain offices that do offer the same service around the area, but it's not same based on the reports that we do. But we were one of the only offices in Northern California that were doing it for quite a while. One of them in the back. Alright, so that's your brain activity up there. Each slightly movement will be picked up during the recording. So what I always let patients know, just try to minimize body movement, just try to relax. Each electrode on your head has its own wave. The top half of it is your frontal lobe and the bottom half is the back. So every time you blink, you'll see those little spikes up there. So go ahead and squint your eyes very hard. So that will happen if your eyesight were to do that during the recording. So when we do eyes open, it's gonna be similar to the one we just did. We'll do eyes closed, eyes open, and counting. So you see how you just move that happen. So again, if you need to readjust yourself to get comfortable during the recording, that's fine. We just don't want constant movement during the recording. We want as much of the recording as we can get throughout the whole recording.
Got it.
Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna get started with 5 minutes of eyes closed. So you're gonna keep your eyes closed the whole 5 minutes. I'll let you know you have 4 more minutes, 3 more minutes, and so on, and when to open your eyes.
Okay.
Okay? So whenever you're ready,
Hey, top of it, y'all. So I just got done doing the EEG scan, and it was pretty cool. So basically, they had me sit there for about 3 hours, and they had me do tests. And some of these tests had to do with basically like your memory, pattern recognition, and stuff like that. They had me basically, like, whenever I saw a number on the screen, I had to use this the keyboard and press space whenever I saw a certain number, or if they have patterns and shapes, I would have to put patterns and shapes together, or memorize patterns, She would repeat sentences to me, and I would have to say certain sentences back to her the same way. And yeah, it was pretty cool. And from that point, they ended up putting the EEG, the thing on my head that you guys saw. They put that on my head, and yeah, they had me do some exercises where I would have to close my eyes for about 5 minutes, and it was measuring my brain activity. Open my eyes and look down for 5 minutes. That would measure my brain activity. And it was a pretty cool experience. But other than that, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I done it. And also too, I'm just over anxiety in general. I'm over anxiety. I'm over DPDR. I'm over talking about it. I'm over worrying about it. This is pretty much one of my last tests that I'm doing, and you heard it here, man. The only time you might hear me talk about it or think about it is if I'm helping somebody else. If you guys hear me doing podcasts or, things of that sort, then you'll hear me talk about it or bring it up. But other than that, that's it. And you can see there's like gel on my head because from the EEG thing they put on me, they had a bunch of, they had to put gel in order to make it stick, but yeah, nonetheless, it was cool, and we got it together. But yeah, I care more about God's word than I care about anything else, and it's time to change my walk. I'm not gonna walk in fear, I'm gonna walk in faith. And I don't know, man, it hits a point when you're dealing with anxiety where you just stop caring. And I'm at that place where I just don't really care about it no more. It's more annoying than it is scary or fearful, or it's just more of a nuisance. It's time to start praying. It's time to start reading. It's time to start exercising. It's time to start staying on top of our stuff. It's time to start prioritizing God, our calling, family, support. It's just time to get our foundation together. And when we get our foundation together, we get a different result. Anxiety is not going to be the result of praying. Anxiety is not going to be the result of worship. It's not going to be the result of trusting and having faith in God. You're going to have a different result when you have a different walk. So it's time to take that walk. And clearly you see I'm outside right now. We're in downtown Walnut Creek and out here in California. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the EEG vlog. And again, we care about what God says about us, placing God above our circumstances, our conflicts, and our successes, putting our identity in Him. And other than that, giving Him thanks in advance. And again, I am over talking about the anxiety cycle, the DPDR stuff. It's time to live, love life, laugh, learn. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.